Hey Zacatech Nation, January is usually a dumping ground for movies that the studios think are gonna fail, not good enough but they still have to put out, or movies that will catch on fire that are good enough but not good enough to go against heavy hitters. The last couple years it's been proving wrong. We got Underwater in 2020, we got Scream in 2022, and then last year we got Megan in 2023. Some really solid horror films that surprised a lot of moviegoers. So I was hoping that this new film by Jason Blum and Atomic Monster, Nightswim, was going to be another one, but unfortunately it failed its most important job. Let's attack it. I gotta say that the performance in this film gave their absolute all to this script that did not uphold their talent that was in front of them. Wyatt Russell, who you might know from Falcon and Winter Soldier and a bunch of other films, he's been building his resume slowly and he's almost as talented, or maybe as talented as his father, Kurt Russell. He plays Ray Waller, a baseball player who came down with MS and he's struggling with the fact that he may not play baseball again. He's with his wife Eve, played by the amazing Carrie Condon from Banshees and Sharon, and a bunch of other films and TV shows that she's been in, and them together are raising two kids, and they've been traveling and trying to ground roots, but he's been getting traded, and they're just a family that is being pulled apart a little bit by Wyatt Russell's career and the fact that now he's sick and he doesn't want to be that way. And I think that the emotional part of the story really grabbed me. I really liked each actor in their roles, especially Amelia, who played Izzy, and Gavin, who played Elliot. I think they both did a really great job being great kids that I just was interested in. The characters are very surface levelly written, but the actors are so good, even the kids, that I got attached to them immediately and was just like, please let them be all safe by the end of this film. They really did a great job of leaning into these caricatures and bringing as much depth as they could from this script that was super bare bones. This is Bryce McGuire's full feature debut. He's had short films in the past, especially one called Night Swimming, and that concept really got on his eyes from James Wan and Jason Blum, and I think he does a great job directing the film here. The directing here feels inspired, the water feels dangerous, and that's because this is inspired by his youth. He grew up in Florida, an area where there's water surrounding him, and he's seen so many of his friends drowned, he said, and he's also seen like so many of his friends saved by the water, and there's like a reverence that he has for it and a fear. You could feel it in how the water scenes are filmed. The pool sometimes feel like a nice, cool pool, something to be safe in. It heals in this film, and then one moment it feels like this dangerous, scary thing. He does a really great job of building up tension, setting atmosphere, setting the tone, and really has a lot of potential. I can see him doing other films. But on the other hand, he does write the script here. He co-wrote the short script. He fully writes the script here, and I think he might need a hand in writing scripts because this didn't have the twists and turns or writing of depth to make this seem above most horror films. But I think that he has a great eye for directing a horror film. So this is his first full feature length, and I'm hoping that he gets another chance to do it again and develop his skills even more. So now, what did this movie fail at? The direction was good, the cinematography was pretty good too, even the sound and the music and the acting was good. It failed at what a horror movie should do, be scary. This movie was not scary at all. Most of the time when I watch a horror film, I'm a real big punk, even though I like them. I gotta close my good eye and watch out my blurry eye, but I didn't have to do that at all. All the jump scares were predictable. They were led by like a giant sound right before the scare actually happened. All the tension that he built up, not delivered because the actual scare ended up being not so scary. You never really felt like too many people were in super danger throughout the movie. And the biggest fault of this movie, and I know it's on a shoestring budget, I think it was made for $15 million, which is not a lot. Actual entity that was doing this, the background of the entity, the lore behind the entity, pretty good. I like the originality there, the folklore tale, but the actual entity itself looked terrible. It didn't look scary. It kind of looked goofy, which pissed me off while watching because this movie feels so serious. It feels like it should be better than it actually was, but the actual thing that's supposed to scare you doesn't look scary. It just looks, I don't even want to describe what it looks like if you're gonna get to check it out. I don't want to spoil anything, but it doesn't look scary at all. Every time it showed up, I kind of laughed. There was one or two times where it kind of looked like something creepy, but for the most part, the closer you got to it, the more it was like, just kick it in the face. That's really how I felt, unfortunately. That part really let it down, that the movie was not scary. I was really invested into the drama and the family and wanting them to survive the situation because I like them and I felt like they deserve it, but the actual scares didn't do it for me. So Nightswim was a decent watch in the theater, but I don't think it's theater worthy. If you're interested in this film, go wait for streaming. If you have nothing else to watch, because I know this first week of January is not really a heavy movie. It's not a bunch of stuff coming out in the theaters, and you just want to go to the movies, it's not terrible. You can go, it's one of those movies where you talk at the screen, and some people in my theater was doing that, and go, no, don't do that, don't go there, don't make that decision. But it's not a film that's gonna blow your socks off. It's another January movie that is just dumped here, and hopefully it makes some money. So yeah, with that said, I'm gonna give Nightswim a C. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What would you rate Nightswim if you saw it? This is the first film between the collaboration between Atomic Monster by James Wan and Blumhouse by Jason Blum, now that they're one faction altogether. And I think that it's an inspired choice by this director. I think the direction and the production was really good. They just need to get these guys better scripts because the actors did a really great job with the little that they were given. Let me know if you've checked it out and how you feel about the film. If you're going to check it out based on my review in theaters or streaming, and if you like my review, hit that like button and attack that subscribe button so you can join the Zack Attack Nation and hit that notification bell so you can be notified for my reviews, reactions, live discussions, and much more. And you can watch all of my content right now.